What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. We're talking about a really important topic today. It's about, what do I do when I'm going to the gym? I've been asked this a bunch of times, what does my routine look like? What am I doing on a daily basis? So I just want to dive into everything. So let's do this. All right, so if you haven't already heard, as of now, I've lost 26 pounds within 30 days. And the reason why I've been able to do that is because of the way that I am approaching my gym daily routine. So as of now, I go to the gym and I do cardio for an hour, 5 days out of the week. I kind of switch up my days off, and it all depends on what my schedule is looking like. And the idea behind it is an hour is a solid amount. I feel like I stop, I even stop sweating at some point after a certain amount of time. It's pretty weird. But I feel like I'm just burning so much fat, and after an hour I'm just really exhausted. So I limit it to an hour. And in this video I want to talk about, why do I only do cardio? How did I get to a point where I'm doing cardio 5 days out of the week for an hour, because that's insane. And what am I wearing to the gym? That's a huge part of it too. How many layers am I wearing? What does my equipment look like? So let's start with the most important thing. Why did I choose to only do cardio? I've had a couple arguments with people about this. Some people have told me, no, you should be lifting too, because when you lift, you burn a lot of fat. And I get it. My thing is, and I've noticed this in the past when I do my workouts, and when I've tried to lose weight, I tried to lose weight back in November of 2020, and at some point I stagnated. Mind you, I was doing the same diet back then that I'm doing now. And the reason why I stagned was because I was lifting a lot. I'm talking about 2 hours in the gym lifting, and then I go and do cardio. And what I realized was I was gaining so much muscle weight that it was kind of, counterbalancing how much fat I was losing, so I was never able to keep accurate measure. Now, I've heard of people counting calories and counting how much calories they're burning on their Apple Watches or I think it's called a Fitbit. And that's how they're able to tell how much weight they've lost, even though they're also lifting weights at the same time. Not a fan of that. Didn't bother to do it. I don't care for it. I rather have an accurate measure, because I weigh myself every single day in the morning when I wake up. That's the best time to weigh yourself. I do it every day to keep an accurate measure. This might be, for some people, that could be really discouraging, because you could go 3 days without losing weight. And there's a much bigger psychological effect when you weigh yourself on Monday and then you weigh yourself on Sunday and you see you've lost 5 pounds versus weighing yourself every day and only seeing small increases. So it all boils down to what you feel most comfortable with. I would recommend weighing yourself every day. If you feel like you psychologically feel like seeing a long-term growth versus individual day growth is better for you, I definitely recommend just weighing yourself once a week. Twice a week, I apologize. So, I prefer that strategy. I get it. What's gonna happen now is pretty simple. I'm gonna look like a stick, get really thin, and I'm gonna have to build that muscle back and that fat. And I'm okay with that, because I have tried to lose weight so many freaking times, and it's just so goddamn discouraging when you sit on that scale and you don't see progress. And I keep going because I'm constantly seeing progress, because I'm constantly putting in the effort. And again, this is about me and my mindset. And I know a lot of people who share this, especially people with mental health issues. If they don't see growth, it just discourages them completely. So if you struggle with, staying on track and you need to see growth to be able to keep moving forward, I totally recommend just focusing on cardio. And if you want to build up your weight, so this is for the females as well. I've seen women who only focus on cardio and they just lose their thighs, their ass, they just lose the fat, and it's pretty crazy. And the argument is, if you lift, you are much more likely to keep a lot of that intact. It makes the process longer, because I'm probably gonna lose the rest of this weight. I'll be at 200, which is my goal by, I wanna give or take end of April. And then probably by August, I'll be at a size that I'm comfortable with when it comes to my weightlifting. And I'm okay with that. Longer journey, harder process, but it's keeping me on track. And I've realized something too, a lot of people say, well, you can lift and do cardio and just eye it. You wake up in the morning, you see whether you're losing the weight or not. Not a productive thing. I feel like I've lost no weight. When I look at myself in the mirror, I'd be like, wow, I don't see the stomach fat loss until I'm putting on old clothes that just don't fit anymore. Belts aren't fitting anymore. Because the thing what happens is your brain is so accustomed to seeing your body that at some point it's just gonna look normal. You're gonna look like you've made no real growth until you see a drastic change. To sum it all up, you have two choices here. You could take the route of counting calories, doing cardio and weightlifting, which is a lot more time in the gym as well, and it's really exhausting, and use a Fitbit or an Apple Watch to track how many calories you're losing and track your weight loss that way. Or just focus on cardio. Worry about weightlifting and getting that fat back once you've burned off your stomach fat and you burned off your body fat. I'm choosing the latter because it works for me and it's gotten me here. I'm down 26 pounds. I'm gonna worry about getting bigger. Once I get to that part of the road, we'll deal with it. But as of now, I'm dealing with this fat because it's just too much. So now we're gonna talk about how did I get to being at the gym 5 days out of the week, an hour every day. So this is what I recommend you do. If you're just gonna buy equipment and go to the gym, you're gonna quit within 2 to 3 weeks. The reason why is because you're gonna get exhausted. You're gonna just jump into something that your body's not used to. You're gonna have no consistency, and you're just gonna burn out completely. And I've seen it happen so many times, and it's happened with me. What you have to do is you have to start small. So this is what I recommend. If you're going down the path of doing cardio and weightlifting, I recommend doing small weights, 3 to 4 exercises, 4 to 5 exercises, 4 to 5 machines with the weights. For cardio, get on the cardio machine for 15 minutes. Do that consistently for 2 to 3 weeks, and then increase the weight you're using, or increase the amount of machines you're doing for weights. For cardio, go from 15 minutes to 30 minutes. Now, when I do cardio, I switch it up. What's gonna happen is your body's gonna get used to the cardio you're doing. So I go from machine to machine. There's usually about 7 cardio machines in the gym. I do a different cardio machine every week. So I do stairs for 1 week. I'm on the treadmill for 1 week. I'm on the elliptical for 1 week. I'm doing don't know what the hell that thing's called. I do that for 1 week. So I'm flipping it around so my body doesn't become accustomed to that form of physical stress. And it's worked. Because what I noticed is when I was on the bike in my house, I stopped burning fat. It was pretty crazy. Like, I stopped sweating as much as I usually would, and I'm like, what the hell's going on? You know, I'm wearing all these layers and I'm still not sweating. My body just got used to it, and it happens. So it's about switching it up. And that's even harder because it's like, oh my God, I'm doing a machine. I'm not used to it. I was used to the other machine, but again, you're gonna burn so much fat doing it that way, and your body's not gonna get accustomed to being aggravated. You know, it's not gonna be accustomed to that type of physical stress because you're just switching up machine to machine. When it comes to the lifting, we're gonna make videos on form, how to do it when I get to that point. As of now, I'm not focusing on that. I can't. I have to lose this weight first. So now we're gonna talk about what I wear when I go to the gym. This is really important. The first thing I have on is an Under Armour sweat thing. You can see it right there. I put down the link where I bought this one. My friend found a better one, so I put the link for that one because it has a waist trainer that goes around the stomach, and it's a full chest waist trainer. On top of that, I wear a long sleeve shirt. On top of the long sleeve shirt, I wear a thick sweater, and on top of the sweater, I wear a plastic, you can see what it is, kind of like a jumpsuit type thing. This was pretty cheap, it already ripped on me. Washing it's a hassle, it ripped because I washed it. So you could probably buy a more expensive one. I put a decent priced one in the link. I definitely recommend this stuff. Now I know what a lot of you guys are thinking, oh my God, that's so many fucking layers. It is a lot of layers. But if you're constantly drinking water out of a big jug, if you're going to Planet Fitness, this one might be hard because Planet Fitness doesn't let you have the big jugs. But if you're going to a normal gym that doesn't have these like extreme rules that Planet Fitness does, you're definitely gonna be able to just drink the water. Make sure you're hydrated. If you ever feel like you're like dehydrating, get the hell off the machine and just go home. Don't push yourself too hard. I'm fine doing this many layers. It's not affected me. I've never passed out in the gym. I'm constantly hydrated, and it works. It works for me, and it feels great. Sorry if the camera angle is kind of different now. My camera died and I had to set up the angle again, but you know, just to summarize, pretty simple. In the gym 5 days out of the week, do it for an hour. You get there by starting off slow, 15 minutes a day, for 3 weeks in a row, and then you work your way up 15 more minutes until you get to that hour. I still struggle with an hour sometimes. I quit after 5 minutes. I quit at the last 5 minutes. I'm like, I gotta go home, I'm exhausted. Second part of it is, you know, when you're weighing yourself, you need to decide if you're gonna do cardio and lifting. And if you do that, you gotta be able to count calories, and you gotta get some form of watch that's gonna count how many calories you're burning, and just be able to do that math out, because you're not gonna be able to count, you're not gonna be able to measure your weight properly with a weight. Also, when it comes to weighing yourself, the psychology behind it, man, you can either weigh yourself every day and face the possibility of seeing no growth, or you can do it at the beginning of the week and the end of the week. All depends on you. And the most important thing, layers. You need the layers. You need to make sure when you wear layers, you are hydrated. And that's what I got for today, guys. Thank you for watching. Also, the second biggest thing about losing weight is diet. So please check out my other video that I'm going to be posting about diet and how I handle my diet. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate this, and I'll see you next time.